Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am Christy with Perfectly Me Christy. A big focus of my channel is about me documenting my 52-week health challenge. I'm on day 1 of week 3, so 15 days in. I am feeling so great, guys, because I'm focused on my health. I'm not focused on what can I do to drop some serious pounds. It is truly about my health. I'm a big numbers person, and so and health is a lot about numbers, right? But putting the energy to the proper numbers is what will get you going through to the next day, the next week, the next month, multiple years, until you are just so dialed down that nothing's going to break this cycle of your optimal health. So again, I was truly inspired by Marcy over at Scho.Fit. I watched her go through her first 52 weeks, and she's almost completing, she's at the end of almost 2 years. So my only regret is that I didn't jump in and start just kind of following her. Instead, I really just sat back and watched in awe, and just literally watched her change in front of my eyes. So I will put her link below. Feel free to hop onto her channel. She's got amazing videos, health chats, a lot of great information. So give her a like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Last week, I just want to recap on some baby steps, because guys, this is all about baby steps. This is about creating habits for permanent life-changing goals. Okay, so no weird diets, no weird food, no pill that you need to buy and frantic if you are getting close to being at the end of the bottle and oh my gosh, it's not going to come in time, or they don't have it at the store because it's the next biggest thing. None of that. This is all about just fueling your body with the proper foods based upon cellular health. So I talked about that last week. So if you didn't see that video, go back. And also Marcy does talk about it on her channel too. So last week I challenged myself to add some resistant band training, or movement sessions is what I'm calling them, to my daily workouts for the week. So adding 2, and then also to I wanted to challenge myself to some mindfulness daily sessions. So just basically calming myself, because I'm a go, 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 go Energizer bunny. I go to bed wide awake. I, don't sleep very much, and I never give myself time to just calm my brain and think about the moments of the day. So, sometimes that's a little sad, because I think most of us are in this cycle where we're just constantly going, everything coming at us so quickly. And are we taking the moments to just really sit down, let our brain just be one with everything that happened with our day, and appreciate it? And, sometimes we can let something manifest in our brain that is not even as bad as it is. Or once you give yourself time to really think about it, maybe you don't view it in the same way that you obsessed about it all day long. So I did 5 my mindfulness daily challenge, which again is really easy for me to do because it's on my Fitbit, and I am a box checker. So I added it as my daily challenges. I gave myself 5 days so I could make sure that I hit all of my 5 days. So that was really exciting. And I did see some improvement even in my sleep, because I did it every day before I went to sleep. And that really helped me just kind of find my zen and get going with my day. So today I wanted to talk about vitamins. And do you know where you are at in your body makeup of how you are with your vitamins, what your levels should be? And I wanted to talk about this because about, I want to say 7 years ago. Time goes by super fast, but it's probably about 7 years ago now, maybe 5. I started literally feeling like my heart was beating out of my throat and then my chest. And I was getting myself kind of panicked. I was working out quite a bit. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I don't have a lot of, I don't do energy drinks. I'm not a believer in any of that. I do eat actually very clean. So it concerned me enough to go talk to a doctor, and I don't go to a doctor very often. They hooked me up to a heart monitor. I had to be on a heart monitor, wearing it on me for like a week. All of this stuff happened, had to do all this testing, and in results, I get the phone call from the doctor. Hey, we got all your results back. And they're like, well, you have a heart condition, and we got 2 options here. You can either have heart surgery or you can be on medication. Well, I was like, okay, one, not doing heart surgery. I'm like, well, can I just do yoga? I mean, life is just really stressful. I'm pretty sure I just need to figure out how to do yoga or meditate, and this will all go away. And they're like, no, you were born with this. And I was like, this makes no sense at all. I was a competitive athlete growing up. I trail run, huge steep inclines. I mean, working out 3 times a day, running 6 miles, blah, 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 blah. Aggressive workout person. That's just who I was. And I was like, this isn't making any sense at all. Nope, there's your choices. Heart surgery or be on this medication. I just don't personally want to be on medication. I just see it turn into additional medication. I just watched that growing up. And my grandmother had a lot of medication, and it just scared me. But I didn't want heart surgery either. So I said, fine, I'll do the medication. Did the medication for a short period of time. I literally felt comatose. I wasn't my little Energizer bunny self. And I just was devastated. And one of the things they said when I started taking this medication was you could not cold turkey stop it. So, you're going to have to, come in, blah, 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 whatever. Went to go refill my first medication refill, and the pharmacy said, comes out after waiting for a half hour to get my stuff filled. I was like, I'm really sorry, but you have to your doctor has to do this, you have to go see the doctor. They have to do all this testing. You can't just come and refill this. It's a very serious thing. And I was like, okay, great. Call my doctor as I'm leaving there. I'm like, I got to get in. I got 3 pills left. You told me I can't go without this stuff. And they're like, well, that's, soonest appointment, 3 months away. I was like, well, that's not going to work, obviously. I'm like, can you have a nurse call me back? I mean, can you get me some, additional, like a week's worth, and maybe somebody will cancel and I could get in. They never called me back. Christy stopped taking the medication. I didn't die. I really did try and focus on just really becoming more zen and all of that. Focused a lot on what kind of activity I was doing. Tried to not just push myself over the limit or fatigue my body to the extreme in my workouts. Really, really just try to focus on that. And then about, 2 years ago, I felt like I was doing okay. I could feel the heartbeat. Obviously, I had some circulation issues. Was at my in-laws on Christmas Eve out of town, and literally thought I was going to have a heart attack at the dinner table. I was like, we got to go. I'm not having a heart attack in another state, so let's go home. And we drove, and by the time we got here, I'm like, Christmas Eve, I'm not going to the emergency room. We had our dogs with us. I'm like, nope, not going to do it. So went home, got up it was the day before Christmas Eve. Got up on Christmas Eve, called my doctor's office, said, this is what's going on. What I need to come in, talk about. And they're like, oh, doctor's on holiday break. So I'm like, all right, well, just put me scheduled with her when she comes back. And they're like, no, you need to come in right now today. And I was like, all right, needed to do Christmas shopping, was kind of annoyed, but I was like, all right, I'll come in. Like, when do you need me to be there? And it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I saw an on-call doctor. I literally spent about 10 minutes with her going through everything. Another reason why I didn't want to get back on the heart medication was because The number one side effect was weight gain. And guys, I literally, it's a full-time job for me not to be like 500 pounds. I work so hard to not be 500 pounds. It's like a full-time job. So I literally pulled out my phone. I showed her my Fitbit because I plug everything into it. Showed her she scanned through like a month's worth of my eating, my exercise routine. And she's like, there's no reason why you should be overweight. And I was like, exactly. I mean, the only time I was like, you can look at my chart other than having babies over the last 20 something years. The only time I've ever came to the doctor was when this heart thing that's going on, and to talk to a doctor about why I cannot lose weight. And so she's like, okay. She thought, well, let's run some blood work. So she's like, well, do you know what your vitamin levels are? And I was like, I do not. And she's like, have they done any of that with you before? They have not. So we did blood work. She did come back even and said, there is one weird thing that I've seen only one time in her career. And this doctor was a ER doctor, had been an ER doctor for 20 years, and I don't know, trauma or something else. Like she's seen a lot of stuff in her life. So she said that she had seen a situation where somebody had like a cyst or something in their liver. It wasn't cancerous or anything like that, but because it changed the makeup of the liver, it caused it to not function properly, and it caused people not to be able to lose weight. And she had seen that before, and so she did a lot of tests with my liver also. But within a week, I had my blood work back, and she was like, calls me up, and she's like, you are, one other person in her lifetime had she seen was lower on vitamin D3. And she's like, I need to get you on an extreme dosage of vitamin D3, and then we'll continue to monitor you, check your levels, and see where we can adjust you. So she's like, makes sense. You don't live in an area that gets a lot of sun. You're very fair skinned, blah, blah, blah. So start doing this vitamin D3. Go home. Of course, I start researching it because that's who I am. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, heart problems like you're going to have a heart attack. A lot of food allergies, which about 4 years before that, I had been diagnosed with these extreme food allergies. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to just change my life. And it has drastically changed my life. But it got me just snowballing. And I've always been a firm believer in vitamins, supplements, like your minerals and stuff like that. And just really started diving in. What more can I do for me? And, a lot of times we are deficient in our vitamins because we are not eating properly. And even though I was really trying to eat clean, just due to the allergens, I was missing a lot because I couldn't have a lot. So I have recently, in the last, I think during my de-stress December, I started making a plan for myself. I'm going to start implementing foods back into my life that I know are healthy for my body and really are key components of cellular health. So beans. I wasn't eating beans because that was one of my allergens. Apples, basic, real good food. Huge list of food that I could not have. Garlic. I just ate garlic last week, and not like, oh, I'll have a little bit of garlic. No, I full on first day, it was like, all right, let's just see if my body can take this now. 3 cloves of garlic. Not a problem. Before, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, would have dropped to the ground in extreme pain. My face would have been just beet red immediately. My body would swell immediately. My body did not process this list of foods. So yes, I was having an allergic reaction to this food, but I truly believe in my heart it was because I had vitamin and mineral deficiencies going on, and I've developed a nice strong baseline for myself, and it is not affecting me. So I'm slowly adding back foods that I've just missed so much, and having some pretty good success. So I'm excited about that. So if you truly have a really strong foundation for yourself and you are struggling And it has been a constant in your world that you cannot drop the weight, and you have to be honest with yourself, guys. The key to all of this in a health journey is being absolutely 1,000% honest with yourself. If you're going to put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. So don't fake it in your brain thinking that you're being so good Monday through Friday and then just garbage yourself on the weekends, because you're just messing up your foundation every time. So figure out how to take your favorites and tweak them to still be extremely enjoyable and feel like you're treating yourself, without all of the heaviness, without all of the, I don't know, it's just garbage. That's the best way I can describe it. So, like I said, I'm looking forward. I'm going to have some good solid time dedicated in the next couple of weeks where I'm going to start doing some really fun recipes, and I cannot wait to start sharing those with you. So if you truly do feel like you have some, and I had a full makeup done on my vitamins, and all of that, and had it all dialed down, so I knew exactly what was going on with me and started implementing my daily routine. And everybody's going to be different because we're all different, just like, you know, what your body does best, certain foods, certain exercises, all of that. So don't try and be like somebody else. Try and figure out what is best for you. Okay. My next week's goals, or this week that we're in right now, I'm going to up my daily steps from, I've been hitting my 10,000 step, and that's huge because I do now with COVID work at home. So I wasn't moving, guys. Drastically affects you in a million different ways. But now I just get up and I'll just do laps in my house if I have to, between calls, and just get steps, get my body moving. So I'm going to up that. I'm going to up 1,000 a day, so that I'll add 7,000 to my week. So I'm pretty excited about that. I am going to add an additional resistant band workout, and Marcy's got some great ones. I love them. You can really start feeling your body just tightening up. So that's great. You know, the older we get, the more help we need with that. And I'm going to, I just hit my 10,000 steps. So that's exciting. I also am going to be adding another more mindfulness daily sessions. So I'm going to add at least one more, and I'm going to also try to expand the lessons each day. So right now I'm doing 2 mindful lessons. I'm still going to be doing what I'm grateful for before my feet hit the floor, one thing or more, but at least one thing. And what I was grateful for during the day before I lay my head down to sleep. So I think that is very important to always focus on the positive. The more you are putting out energy in a positive way, the more positive energy you bring back into your life. So I feel that wholeheartedly. So anyway, again, I am here. I hope to inspire somebody to start their health journey. Nothing is more important. That is the best gift you can ever give to yourself. But more importantly, yourself is important. But to give that gift to your family, your friends, everybody around you, you know, we're awesome people. So let's live as long as we can, as healthy as we can, and all of that greatness. So have an amazing week. Feel free to always ask questions if you have a question. And don't forget the links below to help you navigate to finding all this stuff that I was talking about today. So see you all next week. Bye.